Okay, we're recording and people are back. Welcome back to our regular session. We're to a point where we've got general manager's comments. John?
Just a couple. One, I would also mention that over the last month, I think we have been broken into 5 times at three different locations.
Whoa.
The city Public Works has been broken into twice. I would say that I think out of those incidents, we've caught 3 of the 5 perpetrators.
Oh, good.
So Chad is actually looking at our fence line on the south side of the facility. That seems to be where they're coming through on a pretty regular basis. They're cutting the chain link fence and coming through that area. So he's talking to some fence contractors about what potentially we can do to change that fence to make it more, more resistant to that kind of activity.
And what are people after, John?
Small tools, chainsaws, generators, all
drug money.
Yeah, quick things they can sell for drug money.
Okay.
So we could put concertina wire starting at the ground and work its way all the way up the fence.
My suggestion was we take a few gas cans and fill them with water and leave them out and see who stays and who goes.
Who's stranded alongside the road?
Yeah, but it seems to be pretty county, both in the county and in the city.
Oh, it's so sad to hear. So okay.
And then the other thing I was just going to mention, I think the Lafayette project, even with all the problems we had and just the pre-COVID, I think James did a great job on getting it.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
On time, on budget.
Here.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of time he spent in that, so I thought that was great. And then I guess the other thing I would add, COVID, I think staff's been doing a great job keeping things going. To date, we still have not had any cases in our staff, confirmed cases.
That's great.
So
To share with you, one of my contractor friends in Portland had a couple of his service guys come in contact with his warehouse manager, and they've been trying to keep that from happening. But the warehouse manager has been a frequent flyer downtown.
Oh boy.
The protests, and he tested positive, and so I only know about this because of grievances related to 2 employees filing for having to be tested. So anyway, so anybody that wants to talk about how pure the events are down there, forget it. There's disease being spread.
And the other challenge that we faced, and I've been talking with the state about it, is getting our critical infrastructure workers tested and getting results back in a timely manner.
Yeah,
That's been a
terrible.
challenge.
Yeah, I was talking to the hospital and I meet with Lori tomorrow, but its results are taking somewhere between 7 and 10 days right now.
Crazy.
And so I actually I had Marcy write something up and send it to the state, say, hey, this isn't acceptable.
There was an article, a critical article in the Oregonian this morning about it.
Okay. Oh yeah. So more to come on that as well. I think that's it for me.
Thank you. Anything from commissioners?
I want to hear from Ed about Lafayette and the regional water stuff.
Well, first of all, this is my 3rd Zoom meeting today. I'm actually supposed to be in Nashville today at my codes conference, the summer meeting, but we did it via Zoom for the last 2 days. But anyway, I got off at 10 o'clock only to get on for our regional water group, and I'm happy to say we got that meeting over in 8 minutes, John. I was timing myself. Seriously, Preston got on and did like a whoop whoop, and was really excited. And Doug, one of the councilmen, was on also, and that. So they are elated, and I think you can imagine the heat a local government would take having to shut the water off and be on odd and even days. This not happening, then I think for them trying to manage a city, that's a very positive thing. So it was a short meeting, good. We still are dealing with some issues related to our water rights and that, but Always good. Carlton did mention our intertie agreement that, I forget how many years ago we first put that together and never could get a signature on it. Sounds like they're interested now, so
For their
we'll see. What's that, Tom?
This for their temporary draining to repair the reservoir?
Yeah, they're still in their grant, or no, they're in their application
Permit, he said.
pending process, yeah.
That's why they want to do the intertie now, so we can supply them water.
But we've got the intertie. It's a matter of turning the valve on, so.
Right.
That's why.
Agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So price, Chad always whined about the price, so that's not a good word, complained about the price, so. And Preston was happy with water. He just made it clear, I'm happy to get water. So.
Good.
And I'll also add that, when they take water from us, they're telling us that the reservoir fills so fast that they can't believe it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, consider the springs and the pumps from out at the airport, so.
Exactly.
So.
And the quality that they're getting too.
Yep. That's what I keep asking. The quality should be much better.
Yep.
So I've forgotten, they are paying us back for the construction costs, and then they're paying for the water as they use it. And the rate is, I hear somebody say 1.5 times
Correct.
our rate. So their rates based on what our customers pay. And then they also pay a meter size based on the size of their pipe that's going in there. Is that?
Size of the meter, it's outside the city limits rate, so it's 2 times.
Okay.
And then also they have a minimum $1,000 a month. So they either take enough water to make $1,000 or they pay us $1,000.
And roughly in the summertime, what's their water cost going to be, do we think?
I think I looked at that, and I was looking at if they're talking, and it really varies on the use, but it could be upwards of $8,000 to $10,000 a month.
Okay, but that's something that they couldn't acquire this water for anywhere near that price. It would
Well,
Yeah.
And they resell it to their people, so it's a pass through.
Okay.
And that's what's interesting. I looked, they were at just under $3 a 100 cubic feet, if I remember right. Their structure was a little different, but then Newburgh was over $4.
Wow. And what are we charging them per cubic foot?
I think it's $2.30
Great.
per 100 cubic foot.
I think as time goes on, we'll see them rely on us more in the well field, probably get shut down.
Well,
Just 'cause
and that's,
quality.
and I actually asked Preston that question, at some point, do you see yourself, being off the well field? So, but he's got to give 2 years notice to Dayton to do that.
And they have to be careful because there's a maximum that we're going to sell, maximum amount of water we're going to sell them too.
Yeah, but it's
high.
It's a big number.
it's big. It's 10, I think it's 10 million gallons a month.
Okay, so that's big. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments from commissioners?
Well, John, thank you, and James for getting this done. I appreciate it.
So, John, I'm headed out of town tomorrow. So I'm in the office until about 8 and then on the road for a couple hours, and then I'll be back on the ground after 3. So it could be that we have to wait till Thursday morning. You want to pass it on to James?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll have him do just a quick drawing, and I'll have him, here's what was in the original plan and here's what we removed.
So I may be able to, see
Are
that.
you available between 7 and 8 in the morning? Because we start at 7 a.m. I was just thinking, because I'm meeting with the mayor at 11 o'clock in the morning. And if you are good with it, we could get the document signed. Then if not, we can postpone it.
I'm here at, 6 to 6:30. So
I'll see if I can get James to do a drawing and send it over to you first thing tomorrow when he gets here.
okay,
Great. Thanks for doing that, Ed.
you bet. So, okay, Mr. Mayor, I need to go to another appointment.
Okay, well, the next thing we have is just the financial information and part of the packet. And if there's no other comments, We'll go ahead and adjourn. Thank you for the meeting this evening.
Great meeting. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe. Everybody stay safe.
Bye.